AMGN, AMGN. I'm going to show you a debit spread, a call debit spread setup, and why I chose that. So initially, it's basically a breakout setup. It got squoze, as you can see by the indicators, using the Bollinger Band and Keltner channels, and then it had a pretty good rally for a few days. Broke out basically of that base where it got squeezed, and then it started to consolidate, indicated by the sideways price action, and more specifically two inside candles. The high and low range. I'm sorry. The body was inside the range, the high low range of the previous candle, and that happened twice. Now it's breaking out of those inside candles. So this is a weekly chart. The weekly setup. Now we're going to go down to the daily chart to look more closely at the breakout. So here you can see the sideways action, the consolidation, what looked like inside candles on the weekly chart. So today it's now breaking above that. So we're going to initiate a trade. It's got a 2.5% ADR daily ratings, which is pretty low. So I'm not going to trade shares. Doesn't move fast enough. So I'm going to elect an option strategy. And because it doesn't move fast enough, I'm not going to do a straight call. You could do a put credit spread, otherwise known as a put spread. But the volatility isn't high enough to give you enough premium to collect when you sell it. So we're going to do a debit strategy, call debit spread, also known as full call spread. Okay, so it moved about $7 a day on average. So we want to choose a short strike no further than that. Yeah, this week's expiration with 2 days left. 2 times 7, 14 points away. That would be about $360 price target. But I like to be more conservative. I do at least half of that. So $7 away would be 52 price target. So then you look on the option chain for something around that. It looks like I would rather go with the 350 strike because of the open interest and volume is elevated, and because of that, the bid and ask is tighter, the spread is tighter, so it's more liquid, we would say. So I would do that would be my short strike, the 350, and then we can either go $2.50 wide, or we can make it a $5 wide spread. Okay, if it's $5 wide, that would cost us $2.05. To find out what the percentage is, $5 wide divided by $2.05, that's a 143% gain. Okay, now we're going to compare that to a $2.50 wide spread. $1.03 would be the cost. So remember, the $5 wide would be 143% gain. So if it's 50 wide, costing $1.04 now, it would be 140% gain, pretty much the same. So no difference in that. Sometimes it is beneficial one way or the other. So with this, it doesn't matter if it's 250 or 5 wide. The only difference would be, let's say you want to allocate $1,000, you would have to do 10 contracts of the 250 wide versus, but only 5 or 6 contracts, 5 contracts of the $5 wide, which there's 65-cent cost per contract on my platform, which is pretty nominal, but that's the only factor to consider. All right, so that's this week's expiration. Now, let me tell you that with 2 days left in the week, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So, I want to give it more time to move in my favor. So, I'm going to go with next week's expiration, 9 days left in the contract. So, if it moves $7.50 a day times 9, we're going to divide that in half. I like to be conservative. That's $33 away from current price, $345. So a $378 target. Yeah, nothing looks good there as far as liquidity goes. So it's still showing the best option would be the 350. And let's see. Let's do the same thing on the ground expiration. 250 wide strikes is $1.05. Huh. And if it were $5 wide, okay, let's see. $2.30. So it's roughly the same cost. It's just giving us more days. But again, I like to compare. So we're going to go down to the monthly expiration, December 19th. Let's see what the liquid contracts are. Okay. We're looking at 360. That looks, so it's a little further out, $10 further away. Let's see what the cost is. $5 wide. 315. Oh wait. $1.34 for $5. All right. So divided by 1.34, that would give us a 273% gain. So that looks to be more attractive. And it's giving us plenty of time for it to get there. Okay, so right now, $1.34, that's a premium per share. So with contracts controlling 100 shares, you multiply that times 100, giving you your cost of 100 right now, $144 as it's changed. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The 355, 360 call debit spread, December 19th, for currently going at $139 per contract or per spread for roughly 270% gain.